Hey guys, once again, just some quick thoughts here. So thinking about the rise of Skywalker, and particularly Palpatine as a villain, I think hearing his laugh sequence at the end of the Rise of Skywalker trailers was really some highlights for fans. I know I particularly got excited when I heard that, but I really just don't think it was fit to bring him back for Episode 9, which is supposed to be the last in the Star Wars timeline. If you may, some of these other movies are considered more spin-offs, but who knows if there ever really will be another formal trilogy that fits in there. But I think Episode 9 maybe could have been better received after all if it left Palpatine alone and maybe went in a few other directions. I think for one, you could have just left things how they were after the end of The Last Jedi, and really kind of just focused on the clash between Rey and Kylo Ren. I know this probably wouldn't have led to anything, as Kylo Ren eventually turns to the good side anyways, and Rey obviously rejoices with him. But I think there still could have been someone like General Hux in the background that became the new antagonist, as now Ben Solo and Rey and the Resistance are still working to overthrow the First Order, which would kind of show a new but still reoccurring theme in Star Wars of how powerful some of these empires are, how people with force abilities and lightsabers aren't really that powerful when they're going up against people with Death Stars and this vast army with, basically tools that can wipe out entire planets. So I think Hux could have been used more carefully here instead of him betraying the First Order in the end anyways. I also think a cool plot line would have been Kylo Ren now being the supreme leader after killing Snoke. So he is now the one who has an apprentice of his own. This could have been a completely new character. And if he did end up turning to the dark side, the apprentice would be the one that became the new main villain. But I also think going back to The Last Jedi, if Snoke was never killed, he could have became the main villain in Episode 9. And I think it would have been better for him not to have the identity of Palpatine being his own character with some interesting lore, or have him tied in to another character in the franchise. I think would have been really neat, and this especially would have been cool if Luke was still alive in this episode to see him face off against Snoke. That would have been really awesome. Or even I think some of their original plans for the movie was to have a heavy Leia involvement, but a lot of that changed due to the passing of Carrie Fisher. I still think it's really neat how they incorporated her into the movie from a lot of the scenes they used before. And I really thought her ending was genuinely good for Leia and for Star Wars. But just out of speculation, I think even Leia playing a big role in Episode 9 would have been neat to see as well. Her even facing off against someone like Snoke. I think a lot could be done here. I think a lot of the Duel of Fates concept art is really head on with kind of the potential that Episode 9 had even after Episode 8, with a lot of mixed reviews. So just some thoughts there leading back to the sequels now with this Rey movie coming out. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it from me, and I will see you later.